I'm live.
I found it. Holy shit, it's listed.
that was good. That was very good. God, you know what I'm gonna do? If I don't do the speaker thing, what I'm gonna do is just set up like the 3 computers that I have and leave for a weekend and just have a conversation just bouncing on lag. You know, just like ha 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 ha. Like it'll just maybe I'll call a phone that's in here to ring it up every once in a while.
Really intensify.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I see a lot of the same artifact.
Now this is like worst case scenario right now. Like
the lighting's that
I'm gonna go focus in on something on the kitchen.
Really quick, so we can isolate something. Go into the camera settings and just crank that H.264 encoding setting on the camera.
Okay. So.
Because it might be that the little encoder on this Sony's garbage too. So.
Crank. Main quality.
Yeah.
Cranked.
I don't think that took. Still 8.
Cranked. 10. I also love how this shit, it like literally says number 1, 2, 3, and then it has 4, 5 spelled out, and 6, 7, 8. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that makes no sense at all.
So what's funny here is I did notice a difference.
Well, that's where I was trying to go. I want to zoom in.
Worse, but up in your cabinets it looks markedly better, a lot better.
I want to give it a chance by not having me in the frame.
People in the frame are what we'll be shooting most of them.
Thank you. Our lighting situation is nothing like what we're going to be doing.
I can fix that. Ready, bro? About to get blasted.
You're about to get zoomed in right on the face. That looks pretty good.
Slow pan, slow zoom.
Oh, it's gonna be like right here. That looks real good, dude. That's a live stream.
Yeah. How much do you know about the way H.264 works?
Nothing.
So the way H.264 works is the way it doesn't send data.
I'm aware 6.5 is better because it noticeably is better at the drone on a really powerful CPU-based system. But I don't know why it's better.
I actually don't know the difference between H.4 and 5. What I do know though is what H.264 is it basically separates the screen into a bunch of squares, right? And if nothing changes in that square, which is probably like 16 by 16 pixels, it doesn't send that data. And the higher the quality setting, the more likely it is to send that change.
You've definitely seen this before, but in OBS, it's a good point. Let's fucking try it.
I know that it's better, but that's all I know. I'm with you.
It's a 98 whatever. Like it's one of the top ones.
I have none checked right now with their lights.
Let's see if that just killed it or not. Yeah, dude. It gets.
We don't care about that.
Oh.
Let me see if I go and get into the frame. Look at YouTube.
You're in the frame now.
Is OBS dropping like crazy?
I think OBS just dropped out. Yeah, this is not gonna. It's not gonna do.
Why does that GPU has H.264, not H.265 decode? I think, unless that's a 1620 series thing. But isn't this 2060?
It was 2070.
Yeah, it should have that then.
Yeah. We'll see what the new laptops can do. I was showing you something. Yeah, so in here, where was it? What am I looking for? Yeah, the downscale filter. There's a few different options, where they seem to affect CPU usage.
I mean, in theory.
Hey, pot stickers.
Oh, good.
Have a snack. In here, we'll zoom back out here. It's an awkward shot. Here, let's see how long. I redid the stream and all of that, so we'll see how long that takes. God, with the NDI driver, it's like 1,000 times better looking. Yeah, the YouTube stream totally ate shit.
Wow.
Does YouTube just giving up on us? Or you know what? I bet you the Chromecast decided to disconnect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. It was the NDI source froze in OBS.
We were changing settings. That does make sense.
We were fucking around with all of the things, yeah. Bandwidth, highest, source name, Sony camera, allow hardware acceleration, low latency, and we'll keep that normal for now. Okay.
Yeah, so you may have to hit transition because it thinks it's up on the other screen. No.
OBS is like frozen a bunch of times on both of these machines. Let's see. I don't know if I downloaded vMix today, but I didn't have a chance to like look at it.
vMix is like professional grade OBS.
Yeah.
OBS is like what the kids on Twitch use.
Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, I mean, one's paid for and one's not, you know, so.
Right.
All right, so we're back.
Doesn't like to focus on me that close.
It has its 0.33 meters is its near focus.
So come take a look at this. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with the boxes. If you look at where it's messing up, you can see that its boxes are like twitching, kind of like old Mario graphics, right? And that's because those are the things that are updating. You know. So that's with the H.264 and the camera cranked to 10. That's okay. What's our output from OBS looking at right now? What's its bitrate?
It is at 5,000.
Do we have variable bitrate turned on right now?
Yes.
Let's turn that off.
I can turn that off on the camera.
Yeah, we should probably turn it off for both. The camera, I think we should just set to the highest possible settings for everything. Because we control that network, it should be gigabit, it should be totally fine. And then from OBS, we would do any of the processing out to the webs. Does that make sense, or am I crazy?
No, I think that's right. So bitrate compression mode, constant bitrate, variable bitrate.
Constant bitrate.
Cool. Oh shit.
Yeah, it would go really high.
I'll just match what I have right now.
No. What do you set it to like 16? So in a Blu-ray,
My network can do that though.
Right. And we'll control that part of the network, so we should have no problem. A Blu-ray is like 50 megabits per second.
So what do we want to set OBS at?
Well, let's see if that makes a difference. Because I bet you the little hardware on the camera is garbage compared to the hardware on the computer.
I don't know that that is updated. Oh, you just got up. Cool. I'd say it looks better, but not notably, you know.
Hey, no. Do us a favor, turn around and talk to us for a second.
Me?
Tell us about the street you lived on in Sheehan. Just want to test something.
I live down here.
Yeah, just keep talking to us.
Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Hi.
I mean, this
We're
is.
getting a lot of detail.
Yeah.
It looks slow.
That's we know that.
Yeah, it's delaying to you.
Getting some exercise.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah, I mean, for having no lighting at all, like on her, like she's like in the shadows. That's pretty good.
Crank it to 10 and see what happens.
I don't actually even know a bunch of the facts, so I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I mean, you might be improving settings. How's the lighting's getting worse?
Yeah.
I think that looks better, man. That's better than it just was before I had boss here.
It's at 10,000 kilobits per second now. And it's also set to super low latency.
So, like, don't do any processing at all, please.
Please send as raw a feed as you can.
Now, for some situations, like a handoff to a remote presenter that's going to talk to 15 minutes and then hand it back, the latency, we might want to go more quality oriented, as long as it wasn't such a big difference. So it shouldn't be such a large difference that it would be noticeable, you know, if they were both put on the same screen.
It's worth some reading, but I don't think that setting on the encoder makes as much difference as we think. I bet you that's yeah. I think that might be, I don't know what the number is, but 5% drop in quality for a given bit rate. Might be something we need to read.
Where are your light savers? Yeah.
One of those bits.
Oh. Oh, crap.
On YouTube, you have it on super low latency mode right now.
It is on Ultra. Whatever you had suggested. Would be on here.
Right now it's like 5 seconds back.
Ultra low.
It is going to feel
Yeah, those lights just don't. They're going to be great for an iPhone that's 3 feet from you. You're going to have to dial it down, you know. But for this application, for being many feet away, it's not really not going to work. I don't think.
I just stopped it.
Why?
I want to see what it looks like here and see if the TV's doing something.
How did you just stop it? Or you're just sending. Oh, you were.
You know what? Your TV really points out some of the flaws. Most laptops cannot see it.
Yeah, like a normal. That all looks pretty fucking sharp. And that is a 1080 screen, so yeah.
This is probably a higher quality screen than most people would be watching from.
Yeah. Oh, this is live still.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, that's
like it's still happening. But like, that's why I wanted to do it there. Is better than you can expect them to be watching on 65 inch. I mean, not a lot of people are doing
I want to stand in front of you talking about for a second.
that. Do that. Here. You stand up front. I'll do DSM.
Get the mute so we don't feedback on ourselves. We'll have it for record later.
Yeah, we'll be able to go and listen to it. Just press that once.
Yeah, just kind of get the light. It's actually difficult to focus a stage watch 30 seconds in the past.
It's a real challenge.
Oh, interesting.
All right,
Interesting.
looking right at the camera, not the DSM. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Testing, testing, testing. All right, mic's.
For faces, I think it looks way better.
That's a very weird lighting scenario today.
It's a real challenge. Oh, interesting. All right, looking right at the camera, not the DSM. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Testing, testing, testing.
It sounds better than a Zoom mic.
A lot better. And that's without any kind of like compression or anything going on. I did a test like that I went back to a record and listened to it on headphones, and it was like that's really good. That's better than what I'm seeing people do on TV.
And the prime thing I see people using this for, I think us being able to stream back in like a cable TV standard is like bonus points, but a lot of it's going to be us recording. And it's going to sound and look way better when we do that.
Yes, but the way we sell this is what we were trying to do today. Is like, hey, so like, let's have our video conference, and this is what I'm trying to sell you and how good it is.
Right. Yeah, your computer doesn't give a shit. It sits like 8% CPU and it's dropped 0 frames.
Right?
Like this one's doing nothing and it's at like almost 1%.
Hey, so like, but like this laptop, I believe it's the same CPU as a 2016 set of 2070. You know, like it's the laptop we bought is going to be fantastic, I think.
Yeah, your computer doesn't give a shit. It sits like 8% CPU, it's dropped 0 frames.
Don't give a shit. Right? That
Like this
just
one's doing
pushing
nothing.
it
It's at
keeps it. That's orange.
almost 1%.
If you want to turn it off, you gotta hold it. But like,
Oh, that shit.
this laptop.
We're gonna get a lot of these come back to us dead.
Dead.
That's totally
I
fine.
just fucked with a couple settings on the camera. On the
Oh, do you want to play with it again?
The laptop you bought.
Again?
He
If you left that on for like an afternoon, it would come back and the police would be.
That's my plan. You see these? None of those are totally necessary to my experiencing. So they can be mounted to the ceiling.
You might
And,
not have windows anymore though. They might all just be blown the fuck
I
out.
just want people to be fucking considerate with their noise.
The latency's way lower.
We were getting a lot of latency here. I'll show you. Under the NDI source, there's a timing, but the latency mode here as well.
We'll switch that to low.
That's the part about this whole experience that's very interesting is that there's like 6 layers of the same kind of settings,
Yeah.
and they're all gonna be a different order of importance, you know.
So YouTube's gonna skip for a second.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there stats for nerds on the computer side?
Stats and meds.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So, you're on the encoder side.
there's his analytics. And there used to be, I don't know where it is.
There used to be a stats for nerds. It'll tell you like how many frames your audience is dropped on and shit.
Like important information for us. Yeah.
Quality. 1060, okay. What stats for nerds, you know?
I'm so happy with these. I like can't even. Like they're so simple, and the sound quality for $300. Don't give a fuck.
My
Like,
main worry with those right now is people getting them. We go through the test with them. We make sure they sound good, and then them not turning it off and it being dead for the show. That scares the hell out of me.
yeah,
Especially if that's their mic to talk to us.
that would be my fault though, or whoever's tech.
Unless
I mean,
their kid
like-
comes in and plays with it or something stupid like that. You can see that being a bunch of weird ways where it becomes our fault, even if they had nothing to do with it.
It has indicator lights that are different as soon as 75% or lower is achieved. So like we would know pretty early. I don't disagree. All I'm saying is that like as simple as possible is definitely what we want, and these are that, and the sound quality at as simple as possible is acceptable.
So it's. I found stats for nerds, by the way. That's what that is.
How do you get to that?
So it's moved. It used to be this hamburger menu, but it's not there anymore. Now you have to double click the,
Hamburger menu.
or right click the, that's the sideways.
Hamburger?
That's actually the hamburger when it's this way, because you know, bun, meat, bun. When it's sideways, I don't actually know what it's called, so I just call it hamburger. Anyway,
Call it a banh
that's a
mi.
bun.
Open face.
So right click stats for nerds.
Cool.
And what's interesting here is I just wanted to know, like, what bit rate am I actually receiving? And it's
But this is
about-
telling you as a viewer what has been lost to you, or what has been lost to on the whole stream.
This is just me
Okay.
on my end. So if I was in our case, we had a laptop next to us monitoring the feed. We could see what YouTube was receiving, or at least what we were receiving.
What a remote viewer, what the average remote viewer is seeing. Probably.
So I have it very good.
520 dropped out of 3,000.
Yeah,
We're missing a 60th of the frames.
that's not.
Rough math.
Well, actually, let's see here. Viewport frames. Yeah, I don't think that really matters. 'Cause right now the viewport's at 720.
I just like that the total latency is very low. Way lower than what I was doing before.
Right now it says it's 1,370 frames of delay, which is, that seems like a lot.
That's 60 frames. Well, it's that number divided by 60,
Yeah.
which would be, what did I say? Yeah, 4 seconds.
60 divided by 60 is 22 seconds. That can't be right.
And that isn't the case.
Actually, no, I take that back. I don't know what that number is. That might just be something else. Our latency right now is 2.7 seconds.
And that is
That's acceptable.
what that is. Yeah. And 2.7, if everybody knows what it is, like if we have this up and whoever's calling knows what it is, that's totally manageable. And it's only like super lightweight annoying to viewers. As long as everybody's on the same page.
So we're saying it's 2.7. That's the YouTube latency. So that's between it's received to stream out.
Yes, but what I'm getting at is that if I'm, it's like, let's talk real world scenario. We have my laptop that is in somebody else's house with that other presenter. On this laptop, I'm going to be, how does this work?
Well, the only reason I brought that up is it means us getting this latency down to under a second is really important because it takes them 2.5 seconds to get the footage to us.
I guess that's what I'm saying, is that during somebody's presentation, we want to be showing something on the computer monitor that's meaningful to them. So whether it's them in the past by 2-something seconds, or if it's the other people in the stream, I mean, there's a few different things that we can send back to them, and a short delay is acceptable.
I think you send them back the DSM. Whatever the DSM
Just
is.
show them their own camera feed and And or this could be presenter view for their PowerPoint that we opened up on our machine for them.
Well, that would be in a Zoom call, right? So like we'd have this as the feed that's going to the main screens, and then we're comms with them over something like Zoom on the same laptop.
You want to do it that way.
I do,
Okay.
and we'd have OBS filter out Zoom, so when we talk, we
The
never
thing
end
is
up.
that's funny though, is that we can use whatever we want because they don't touch it or see it. Like it might as well be Discord. They're never gonna see the name Discord.
It's true.
With the headless, no, the headless dongle idea is what makes this look like a finished product when really we're just combining a lot of commercially available products in a unique way, you know, but it won't appear like that, which is really, I don't have the patience for that. No, dude, it was so bad. And it made so much sense too, like the instruction manuals for getting this on NDI was literally a step-by-step thing that said, have you done this? Yes or no? Have you done this? Yes or no? Like, it was the most logical, awesome progression ever. But then if you were ever a no, then it was like, oh, go to section 3.4, and you would go to section 3.4 instruction manuals for this piece of software. You're like, where the fuck
do I find the software for that?
Like Jesus! Like, it was so bad. It was so good, but so bad at the same time.
The old Black Magic manuals used to reference page numbers in
Yeah.
the other manuals.
Yeah, you're just like, what
And
the
that's
fuck?
great until they revise the manual.
Ugh.
And they don't.
And they don't update that in the other manual.
Well, the part that absolutely killed me is that these are PDFs, and it had USB links to other things. And I'm like, you can't have the software that you're referencing the manual to. You can't have either of those things as links. Like, Jesus. Sony, better than that. Killed both of your lights.
It was at 50%, it said, too.
That's not a good Did you spec these out?
No, so Robert.
Are you on the line if these don't work very well out in the field?
No.
Good.
No.
I liked the idea, but I was like, that's too small and it's not bright enough.
You know
And
what's funny? Simultaneously, while I was advocating for us,
side, I was rallying against them on the Mountain View side because I was like, guys, these are too big for our setup.
Thieves?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
supposed to go with an iPhone.
So this doesn't sound like you, and that's great. That helps us.
Yeah.
Like, dude, all of this takes a bunch of trial and error.
Yeah.
There's a lot more error than any kind of positive movement normally.
So I think we're in a good spot. I think we should do a. Oh, I can put a clock up, can't I?
Yeah, do a browser to your that website that you.
Yeah, let me find this.
I love that this fucking works. Because you understand my view of this. Like, this is going to be mounted under here. The light is going to be mounted off of here and just be a fold-out flat.
Yeah.
They're going to take it out of the case, extend the legs, plug in power, plug in Ethernet to our switch. That's it.
I kind of want. Well, if the tripod on this one, but the tripod that we put on it remains part of this, I think you want to mount that to the sides.
But I'm not being specific like that. All I'm getting at is they take out all of the gear as one piece, except for the laptop.
Right.
You know, like this should be with a competent person on the other end. That like somebody that knows. Like if I sent this to Todd should be able to set this up in like 6 minutes before I have control over the laptop remotely. It should be so fucking easy.
And you'd still keep them on the phone until you see everything, and you can hear them on whatever voice chat we give them. And
That once they turn on the laptop and give the laptop internet access, Wi-Fi or otherwise, then we can video chat our own laptop. You know, like there's so many options that are like really cool.
why is that not working? Display capture on your laptop isn't working.
Yeah, and I don't know why. It fails occasionally.
Alright, we're gonna do a browser capture. How about
I'm
that?
really bored, man. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Is
just.
there anything I can help you with, or anything you want?
Yeah, Miss always asks you a simple question. What does it say anything? Miss always says,
Are you good? Are you relaxing?
I just go watch my phone, you know.
Yeah.
To do something. Check the products. No worry about me.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, so we're sending that to the stream now. Let me close my laptop.
Isn't it crazy that this big ass box that's plugged into the wall is substantially less capable? I mean, we're doing a very specific thing, but it's substantially less capable from that laptop that isn't plugged in and is on low power settings right now.
And the thing
Like,
that
what
makes
the fuck?
the thing that makes it more capable is a millimeter square of silicon programmed to do one
Yeah,
job.
no, it's just that one little thing. The motherboard between what's in a laptop and in there is not gonna make a performance difference that's meaningful, you know. It's just meaningfully connecting the hardware bits.
So it's
They're
5
both
seconds.
SSDs, you know.
It's 5 seconds.
On the lowest latency you can create.
Mm.
5 remote input. Like 5 seconds is
Well,
beyond the edge of acceptable.
yeah. Well, you know what? We went to this super low latency mode. And now we're at 2 seconds.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Is 2 to 3 seconds is acceptable. 1 to 2 seconds is ideal. That's pretty good. That's like
Right.
Yeah, that's not bad. It just depends on if we are doubling that given the situation. 2 people talking to each other. If it's 2 seconds delay each way, that's fine. If we fall into a 4-second scenario, that's not fine.
Well, I don't think you can have a two-way conversation with this because it's going to be like
we
a
want to be
5 to
able.
6 second round trip.
What the goal is that we can have 3 people that are the panel members remote like this, and we can have a moderator that's somewhere. All 4 of those people are remote, and we can do a normal on-stage panel. That's the actual goal.
That's why I need you to get vMix Call working with this setup.
Okay.
Because vMix Call, I haven't used it yet, but what I've been told is the quality is way better than Zoom, and it's live.
Does it have anything to do with NDI?
It will accept NDI as an input, I think.
Okay.
So
I downloaded it. It's on this machine.
Well, specifically, there's
I just
vMix
haven't
and then vMix Call.
It's included. vMix Call is included for the first 60 days.
Okay.
If you know how to use vMix, I have it all on here. I just don't know how to use it.
I haven't played it yet.
Like, it's right there. I just haven't on my desktop to OBS, but it's like way more stuff. I was like, dude, I don't know how to get this ready for 3 o'clock. You know, like no.
It's the QLab to the Playback Pro.
Okay.
You know, like Playback Pro is the professional thing, and it's great, but it's like easy mode.
Now, what does it cost? Do you know?
For a license, like for a good license, I think it's like $600.
Per machine, we're talking about like $600.
So if we had a rack mount thing that rolled around,
I'm talking about per remote.
That part's
computer.
free, I believe. So for the users.
Like, I don't mind paying for anything that has value. It just needs to have a very specific and notable value.
vMix Call. So for the $350 license, you can only have 1, but you can have up to 4 if you have the $700 license.
All right.
Now
so
the thing is, we don't
now
need to own
I
this.
currently have all that. It's 6 months. It's 2 months.
You have this version, the Pro version, which has everything. I think it's 8 callers.
And I have it on my shit desktop, so I might get it on here too. But I did do that with my personal email because I knew I might want another 2 months.
Yeah. The thing is, if we know how to integrate with vMix Call with our setup, that's what I could be like, hey guys, do you want a fucking turnkey? They show up, camera's there, it works great, don't worry about a solution, call this guy who knows how vMix Call
They're going to look fantastic on the other end.
Right.
Cool.
And he already knows how to use vMix Call. It's much easier. So
Okay.
because if I talk people into this YouTube thing, I'm gonna have to like show it to everybody.
I was based on our conversation today. I downloaded it and was gonna look at it before you were supposedly showing up at 3 to potentially use it at 3:30, and I was like, no, this isn't gonna happen in an hour. I'm sorry, like not in a meaningful way. And then that's where it stopped. So I'm more than happy to
And honestly,
dive into that tomorrow.
if you were a decent vMix op by June 9th, I could probably put you to work on that as well.
Yeah.
So the part of why my schedule got shot to shit, the lady that was going to be the remote person for this Kaiser show that I wanted to send a package to,
Yes.
she's no longer available.
But the plan for that is to use the iPhone solution for Kaiser.
I wasn't sold on the iPhone solution. I hadn't sold them on anything. My plan was to send them this.
And nobody from MBS is like, hey, this is what we're doing.
I
Sell
haven't
this.
brought it up. No, we don't have enough of those packages. There's another show happening at the same time.
But that conversation happened within your company. Somebody of power told all of the salespeople, we're trying to sell this.
We will eventually have that conversation. We don't have enough kits at the moment to have that conversation because as we build them, they're going out immediately.
So what's like, do you have feedback yet about how they are doing?
There's a bunch of them in email. I don't know that we've actually used them for anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're right at that timeline because I'm really super interested. Like, I want it to do well. I want you guys to spend your money and get value out of it. Like, the reason I want to work with that BS is because I want, like you get where I stand. But at the same time, from the tests and stuff I've done at home,
It's acceptable.
a camera by itself is a little bit better than a normal laptop screen,
But their hope though is not to do these live. We're sliding into that hole right now. Their hope is to do it all recorded and edit.
Because that's the weak point of the iPad thing is that you're limited to apps like Zoom and that camera in my fucking phone through Zoom you're talking about like a 10th or a 20th of the quality, like it's shit.
Well, it's not even the camera. Zoom is written so that that box is a high-end box for what a Zoom call needs, right? Because it's designed to work on a MacBook Air from like 2011.
Yeah.
And so the encoder has to be fast enough, dirty enough, and just work on that MacBook or on your phone with a different processor. Or my Android phone from 2010 with a really shitty processor.
Right.
It just has to work. And so it doesn't use NVINC. It doesn't use any of those higher quality, more professional grade options.
And like if I called you on the phone right now, we have great reception up and down, but it just isn't going to send that much quality audio because that's not what that is about or what it's designed to do. Yeah.
And Zoom's also bouncing it through one of their own servers, and they aren't interested in making you look amazing. They're making you look good enough as their product.
I think this is, so where are we in the development?